Hi again, this is Prince or Serge. For those who know Serge, it's the same person, Prince. I would like to share with you something I learned over the years. I, I think that sometime in life we face some setbacks, some bad things, bad experience, situations that are not really fine, and you feel stressed. But what I want to tell you is that when you are in situation like that, the first thing you have to think about is it's not going to last forever. This is something that is going to last maybe 2 or 3 days. And as you say that to yourself, start thinking about solutions and ways to get out of that situation. Sometimes it's good to be patient and wait for the time, but it's also good to strategize. What am I going to do to fix the issue? How am I going to be for the issue to facilitate the resolution of the issue? For example, if it is something that I broke, I have to keep a positive mindset and say everything will be all right. So that's the first step. But the second step is you have to find now a way to fix what has been broken, and then you have to sit, be patient, and not be alarmed and not panic. Mainly, panicking is very bad because it's a tool that is created by your enemy to disturb your mind, to give you distraction and prevent you from finding a way out. Because for every situation in your life, there is a way out. There is. As long as you live, there is a way out. So the best way to get to the way out is patience. So if you have patience, that's great, and a good attitude. So you have to select the situation. You have to find out the situation. The main thing is to be aware of the situation, because if you're not aware of it, you won't be able to fix it. So you have to know that you are in a critical situation. What is it? How did it happen? What caused it? So you have to find the root cause of that situation, because you don't want it to be repeated. So in the past, in the future, you will have to make sure that thing won't happen again, so that you won't hurt people again, or you won't hurt yourself again. And so that's why it's important to discover the root cause. Like they said, raiz in Portuguese, the raiz. I don't know if I pronounce it right. So the root cause of everything is very important. Is it something that is in your past, stemming out of your past and reaching out into your present and figure? If that thing has that power, you have to find it out and find a way to get rid of it, because you have some experience that started in your past that are embedded in your mind and are ruining, creating some biases that are ruining your present and also ruining your past. If, for example, you had a bad experience with a man, a previous boyfriend, a previous husband, and he did some stuff that has caused some issues with you in the past. I mean, some anger problems, some distrust. I mean, impossibility for you to trust somebody. These are the root cause. You have to now go back into that past, and then know that this problem was with George, and deal with it and get rid of it, because you are no longer with George, and you should not treat Francis, or you should not treat Robert as if he was George. Because sometimes when Francis, with whom you are, or George, with whom you are now, is doing something, in your head, you say, oh, here it starts again. That's what it started with George. But this is not George, and it's not the same issue. So the best thing for you is to make sure you get rid of that lever, what can I say, that issue, that problem you had with George in the past that is causing problem with your present. So when you get rid of it, now you have to find ways not to repeat the same issue. So if the way is to talk with your companion, if it is an issue with a companion, or to talk to yourself if it is an issue with you, and find a way out. So this is what I wanted to talk to you. Strategizing is very important, and finding out what is the issue with you, because sometimes there's situations that you are involved in, and you think it is the other person because our mind has the tendency of accusing other people. You know, we live in a world where the accuser is ruling. He's the prince of the air. So his job is accusing, and he has shared or partaken that accusation spirit with everyone. So all of us have some issues with accusation, with finding fault with others. It's a default, but you have to turn off that default, and then upgrade your circuit, you upgrade your mind to another mindset, which is not an accusation mindset, but now believing and trust until it's proved guilty. That's what our rule says. Somebody is innocent until proved guilty. And don't try to find guilt all the time. You might find some stuff that are not related to the issue and may, for example, entertain the fire of your anger. But it doesn't mean that the person is bad, but it means that you have some issue that are acting as oil or as gasoline that you pour on your anger. So it entertains the anger and it's still there. So what I want to tell everybody today, why am I making this video? It's not because I have issues like that, but it's because with people I spoke with, because many people approached me at the workplace, and some family members calling me and asking me certain things or sharing the experience with me. And I found out that sometimes the issue is not with the other person, it might be you yourself. And if you can do that introspection, you can dig into yourself and trying to find out what's wrong with you. What are the biases that you developed over the years? Biases based on the relationship you had before, and prejudices that you constructed in your mind and that are controlling you without you knowing it, that are still leading you, that are being incubated in your subconscious, and you don't know, because sometimes our subconscious is detaining some information that we're not aware of, and they're being incubated, and they hatch and give birth to some attitude that we were not aware of and we don't know. But this subconscious element or ingredient we have developed during our youth, during our younger age, with the experiences we had before, prior to the experience that we are involved in now, and they are affecting us. So the best way to destroy them is to change that default of your mind. Say, no, I am not that person. I'm not that angry person. I am not that hurtful person, that hateful person. I'm no longer that person that accuses all the time. I'm not this person. I am a new creation. I'm a new creature. And this is how I want to think now. Because, most of the stuff in life are based on decision. Okay, for the believers, if you believe in God, in Jesus, you know that God is not forcing himself onto anybody, but he presents his gospel like a salesman, and you have to choose. You choose to buy what he offers, or you choose to reject it, but there are consequences. If you need a TV and they offer you a TV, you reject it, the consequences, you won't have any TV. Or you might get it somewhere else and might be a damaged one. Okay? So that's why I'm saying it's important that we deal with ourselves, that we sit down. There's a philosophical word that we call introspection. So dig into yourself, try to find out what's wrong with you. It will help you. Okay? I'll come back for another.